Oh, wow. It's the Clark the Shark show, you guys, for Saturday night, July 12th, 2025. And it feels like a Monday or a Friday or a weekday. You guys ever have that? And me, Clark the Shark, I'm actually laying in bed, which, as all of you know, I'm really good at. Uh, you guys, even if I didn't have skin cancer and all these surgeries, that's what you guys all say. You say Clark's sick, but he would still be laying in bed if he could, even if he didn't have cancer. Yeah, they, and when I used to clean pools and make a lot of money, they'd be coming up to me, giving me hugs like, oh, we love Clark the Shark. And God's like, if you don't work, you don't eat. In scripture, like if you don't work, I did work, God, for 30, 40 years, and now I'm 60 years old, but it doesn't matter. Clark, even when I'm 70 or 80, they're still going to say you should be out there cleaning pools and you should be out there doing something, making something of your life. What are you doing sleeping all the time? It's okay for other people to sleep all the time, but not Clark the Shark. Or something like that. Even though I'm 60, they're like, Shark, why don't you wait till you're 62 and a half or 67? Oh, sorry, dude, you got cancer. We forgot. See, with me, they talk quick. And then they go, oh, fuck, Clark has skin cancer. And he's had 21 surgeries. We forgot. When we got the restraining order on Clark, we forgot. Sorry, God, my bad, But like maybe a tall 6'3", good-looking guy that sleeps all day, you would never even think to get a restraining order on him or something. Right here on the Clark the Shit Show. Am I right or am I right? But I'm not here to talk about 5'6" people that have to they have to learn kung fu, they have to learn jujitsu, they have to get tattoos, they have to get a nice haircut, they have to dress nice, they have to, even though you're 5'6", you have to make all this money and own all these nice cars and shit just to get a hug. And that's all you get is some lady like your wife's sister hugs you, and that's it. She doesn't give you money, nothing. That's the best you can do when you're 5'6", you guys. But a 6'3" guy who's well hung doesn't even need a job, money, or anything, and he's got chicks chasing after him, whether he has talent or anything. Here on the Clark the Shit Show, am I right or am I right? God's like, Clark, you're absolutely right. You're always right. But still, you're a dick and you're a jerk and you're an asshole for telling the truth. And I don't like it, so stop doing it. If you keep doing it, Clark the Shark, I'm going to punish you more. And I'm like, okay, God, I'm not going to talk about the truth. I'm not going to talk about being 5'6" or 6'3" or having a lot of money or being a chick with big tits who's beautiful and she gets everything by virtue of that. And God's like, okay, Shark, I make ugly girls, I make fat girls, and they don't get anything. Or they just end up, being abused and neglected or mistreated. Okay, you're right. You got me. And like, I'm all, God, why didn't you just make heaven and we're all beautiful? We're all 6'4" and we're all beautiful. And he's like, no, that's boring. That's lame. That's not artistic, Sharky. I like rock operas, Tommy, Quadrophenia, and Clark the Shark writing these long stories, about how life sucks and then you die. And then he's like, wait a minute, I really don't like that. I want you just to pray to me all day, all the time, and worship me, Clark the Shark. But right now, I'm kind of like God. I want all of you not to pray to me or worship me, but I want you to listen to me about an interesting subject here. Why was DOUCHE-GROHL not at OZZY? The big OZZY fest where he's retiring or he's sick and old. He's like Clark the Shark. He's, how I have skin cancer, but I still dream of something could happen, or one of my songs could end up in the background of a surfing video, or an indie film, or who knows? I could do anything. I have, I could it's up to me on the internet. If somebody gives me $25, I can play my song blah blah for thousands of people. But DOUCHE-GROHL, who is always at everything for the last 30 years, he's always in Google ads, Facebook ads. He's always on MTV, Rolling Stone, every magazine, every VH1, anywhere he can be. He's not at OZZY. And I'll bet you the reason is because Sharon Osbourne banned him. Okay, you guys, you can laugh or whatever. Or some of you are like, Shark, you're pretty perceptive. You nailed it. Okay, you know how DOUCHE-GROHL cheated on his wife?